So now we're on to Kaggle's Pandas course exercise indexing, selecting, and assigning. There we go. If you haven't, if you don't have the text open, the link is right here. That's what we're going to do. You just single left click, it'll take you over here. So we've got the text open. I'm going to put it over here. I like it like that. And let's go. So we've got the introduction, and this is, pardon me, in this set of exercises, we're going to work with the wine reviews data set. So yeah, just click it. If you right click these, it'll bring this up. We don't want that. And yeah, we've seen this data set before. It's the one with the wines in it. So we're going to run the following cell to load the data and some utility functions, including code to check our answers. And while that's running, let's go over it. So we're going to import pandas as PD, all right? So that's getting the pandas file, the pandas library ready for us. We've got review equals pd.read CSV. And so we've got the wine reviews data right here. And then we're also going to have the index call equals 0, which means we're going to put the, what was it? We're going to put the numbers, like we know that all these rows start with numbers, so it's just going to make those numbers be the actual indexes. It's just, I guess it's just a thing that we got to do. Or we're going to have column 1 always be a number, right? So anyway, we've got options. We've got option display dot max rows 5. This is just to display only 5 rows whenever we're running things. And then we've also got, it's not option, it's a pd.set option. Anyway, we've also got the from learntools.core import binder, and then binder.bind globals. And this stuff right here is just for checking the answers when we're going through it. And then print setup complete when it's done, and it is done. So let's go. So here's, let's start here. We can look at an overview of our data by running the following line. So if we run this, we can see our data right here. We've got the, I don't know what all this is, but we can, I don't know what that is. Runtime warning. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We can see we've got these wines right here, and we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. So that's what the head's doing. It's printing out the first 5. All right, cool. Exercises. So we're going to select the description column from reviews and assign the result to the variable desc. Okay, great. So select the description column from reviews. As we remember from over here, to get the description or whatever, all we got to do is say reviews.whatever, right? So let's start that one off. Let's say reviews.description. Boom. Let's check the answer. A little shift enter. It's correct. And follow-up question, what type of object is desc? If we're not sure, we can check by calling whatever that says. Let's see what it says. Maybe we can click Python's type function type desc. All right, cool. So let's do that while we're at it. Let's do a print. Actually, let's just do type desc and see what happens. Type desc. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Yeah, I didn't think so. We're gonna have to run a print on that. So let's highlight this, throw some parentheses in it, round it, and then say print, and then do a shift enter. And yeah, so there it is. It says pandas.core.series series like this. So it's so this thing is a series. Let's go over to the solution, see what they have. Run it with a shift enter. Desc equals reviews.description like we did. We can also do desc equals reviews at description. Like I said in the last one, if it's a single word, you will not be catching me doing this. Desc is a Pandas Series object with an index matching the reviews data frame. In general, when we select a single column from a data frame, we're going to get a series. And there we go. So let's go to number 2. So we're going to select the first value from the description column of reviews, assigning it to a variable first description. All right. So for this one, let's go look at what we did over here. Reviews country. Nope. That's this other way of doing things. We've got reviews at country at 0, right? So we've already got this desc, which is reviews.description. So we can just say desc at 0, right? Let's see. Desc at 0. Let's see how that works. And it does, right? Except for they wanted description.ilock at 0, but like I said, that's why I said in the last video, don't bother following along with this, because they're going to start saying, you know, you should have said something way down. Like, we don't even talk about lock and 0 until like around here. So, you know, whatever. Anyway, so there we go. We could have done this reviews.description.ilock at 0. And then note, while this is the preferred way to obtain the entry in the data frame, many other options will return a valid result, such as reviews.description.lock at 0, reviews.description at 0, and more. Well, I guess now that they say that, no, I don't think so, actually. I think that the preferred way is lock, right? And ilock is basically doing the same thing as this right here. So really there's no point in an ilock, because look, if you're going to use the index anyway, why not just use the index? I mean, right? I mean, I'm sure there's a reason, but they didn't tell us. Anyway, so I think this is fine. But for the most part, we're going to be using lock anyway, and we're going to be using actual names in here. So that's, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, there we go. So let's look at the solution. The solution is going to say the same thing, no doubt. Let's come down here. Yeah, same. All right, so here's number 3. Select the first row of data, the first record from reviews, assigning it to the variable first row. We can do that. So the first row, let's look over here. Is this how they do the first row? Yeah. So reviews.ilock at 0. So we're going to get a country. Oh, I think, yeah. I don't know, actually. Anyway, yeah, this is how we would do it. I was thinking, how do we do this without ilock? But it doesn't matter because we're going to be using ilock. So let's do reviews.ilock at 0. Reviews.ilock at 0. All right, let's do a shift enter, and it's correct. Let's see if they have anything extra to tell us. Shift enter on that. No, exactly the same. All right, so number 4. We're going to select the first 10 values from the description column in reviews, assigning the result to variable first descriptions. Hint, we're going to format our output as a Pandas series. All right. So first 10 values from the description column. Let's go back over here. First 10. So this is the rows, right? And then we want this in the description column. So let's do lock. And remember, when we do lock, we can do something like this. So let's do the blank :10 and description. Reviews it. Let's just, how about this? How about this? How about we get serious for a second, all right? How about we do that? Let's say we can keep that 0 while we're at it, and boom, and change this to. We could do this. I mean, no, actually, I think that's not the play because it switches over to this, but whatever. Anyway, there's that. Let's see if this works. Shift enter. Nope. Length of 10, but actually, oh yeah, lock. Remember, it's inclusive. So we got to do 0 through 9. Ha! Caught me off guard. There it is, right there. Oh, we don't even need what? Dot descriptions, huh? You know, they say one way is the preferred way, and then they say another way is the preferred way. Whatever, right? First description could have equaled reviews.description.iloc 10. True. I mean, blank colon 10. Note that many other options will return a valid result, such as desc head, reviews.lock, this point, the way we did it. I don't know, man. I don't know when we're supposed to use what, but apparently the last two or whatever were not cool in their book. Whatever. Let's go. Number 5. Select the records with index labels 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8, assigning the result to the variable sample reviews. In other words, generate the following data frame 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. Okay. We can do that. So we're going to do a lock, right? And assign the sample reviews. Oh, we just need the indexes. No, we can do an iLock. Let's look over here how they did it. I think it's just like this. Let's read it again. I forgot what they said. These and assign. So just that. So just make the series. Okay. So we can say, let's grab this. Views.iloc. But we're gonna have to change this up. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Let's do this. Watch this. First, let's do a range because we know it's gonna be which ones? 1, 2, 3. With index labels 1, 2, 3. So yeah. So let's say something like this. List. Let's go here. List. All right. And inside here, let's do range. And inside here, let's say we're doing 1 through 3, so 1 to 4, right? And then let's concatenate this to 5 and 8. 5, 8. Right? And at 0, right? Or did we have, or were we doing something else? The records with index label that. I don't think we even need this part. So let's see if this works. Oh, it does. Good. Great. Yeah. So we can use this range for like, if it's like a crazy high number, right? Just make sure that it's in order because we're going to have to like sort it if you don't do it in order. Like if we put the 5 and 8 in front of this, it would be 5, 8, and then these ones, and that's not cool, right? So there we go. That one's good. Let's see what they did. Probably the much simpler way. I know it is. Watch. Yes, they did it. Well, they didn't do it. Anyway, they did it the object-oriented programming way. Indices here, and then reviews.lock at indices. All right. Whatever. Do it however you want, as long as it works, right? I mean, we'll figure out what makes bugs happen later, but today, I think we're doing all right. All right, so 6, create a variable df containing the country, province, region 1 and region 2 columns of the records with the index labels 0, 1, 10, and 100. In other words, generate the following data frame. So we're going to have these columns with these rows. We can do that, especially if we look over here. So let's go look at some lock stuff. No. That doesn't look like it. That looks almost like it. Country, province, region. I think it's even easier than that. I think it's up here. I think it's pretty much this actually. So let's take this one. All right. What did it say? these ones here. So let's drop this off and let's manipulate this into what we need. So we're going to need a set of brackets, and we're going to have 0. That's not 0 anything. We're going to have 0, 1, 10, 100. All right, so we got that first part down. Then we just need to change these names up. Let's drop this down while we're at it so we can see it easier. There we go. Let's drop this down too. There we go. Why not? Let's drop this down too. So it's just like JavaScript. That looks, I don't care anymore. That looks stupid, but I'm not going to fix it. All right, so we're going to change this one to country. Country, and then we're going to do province here. Province. We're going to do region 1. Region 1. We'll do a shift control and take all this. Can we do an alt right? No, that doesn't work. Where are we? Let's go to the end and select all this. Copy it. Let's do a comma. Paste. 2. There we go. How about that? Looking great. All right. So I think that's going to work. It doesn't look great at all. Sorry. I don't care. Let's go. Shift enter. Let's see if it works. It does. Great. How did they do it? They did it the, what do you call that? They did it the object-oriented programming way. I guess that's better. Whatever. Maybe next time. All right, so we've got 7. We're going to create a variable df containing the country and variety column, columns of the first 100 records. Hint: we may use lock or ilock when working on the answer. To this question, whatever. In several of the ones that follow, keep the following gotcha described in the tutorial. So yeah, this is just talking about how one of them is 0-based, exclusive, and the other one's inclusive. Something like that. Anyway, we'll figure it out. So we're going to get a variable df containing the country and variety of the first 100 records. We can do that. Let's go look how to do it though. Is it just like this? Reviews.lock. Isn't it exactly the same as this? Just like the last one? 0 to 100, and it's locked, so it's going to be 99. And then right here we'll say country, country and variety. Variety. Let's see. There we go. How about that? Let's get rid of this. That should be good, right? Let's do a shift enter. Yes. Excellent. All right, let's see what they did. Probably object-oriented programming. Yes, just like I thought. So they did the ilock way and they did the lock way. There it is. That's how you do it. Do we need to start doing it like this again, like we were in JavaScript? Probably. We should start doing that, but let's do it. Let's see if we can remember to do it next time. All right. So create a data frame Italian wines containing reviews of wines made in Italy. Hint: reviews.country equals what? Yes, we remember that. All right. So we're gonna do reviews.lock, and for this one, we're gonna use them. We're gonna find them all. Oh yeah, remember the thing with the variable names? Let's do that too. Reviews.lock and we want to get Italian ones. All right. Reviews.lock. Let's get them all the rows where reviews dot, what was it? Dot country equals Italy. This right here, actually, this exact thing. And let's do that too. And that should be good, right? I bet they want Italy. I don't know. Do they want it like this? Is that the way? Let's see. Shift enter. Nope. Something about that. Doesn't like that. Okay, it doesn't like that. So let's just throw it in there. Let's get rid of this. Run it. Still don't like it. What? Is it just this and not any of this? Let's run it. Yeah. All right. So that's how that goes. Let's see about this. Yeah, there it is. All right. So I was messed up, but it's good now, right? All right. So here's number 9. We're going to create a data frame top Oceania wines containing all reviews with at least 95 points out of 100 for wines from Australia and New Zealand. All right. So let's do it. Top Oceania wines. We're going to have to use the and thing. Data frame. So let's do reviews.lock. Right. That's how we do it, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to get all the reviews with at least 95 points out of 100. So let's go over here and look at how to do multi stuff. Here's the and right here. Oh, it's probably exactly like this, actually. But we're going to also have to use the is in. So let's take this. Let's take this while we're here. Drop it here. And then let's go look at the is in so we can change this one. Nope. Where's is in? There it is. Reviews.country.isin. Let's do that. We can change it up. Let's take this. Let's drop it here. And let's call it Australia. I always forget. Australia. And New Zealand. Let's do that one. Let's drop this down. Can we? Yeah, that's good. Greater than or equal to 95. Is that good? I mean, it doesn't look great, but whatever. Let's see. Shift enter. Yes, we're good. All right, great. Looks good. Let's see if they did anything crazy. They probably did that. Let's see. No, they did just like us. All right, good. So let's go to the next one. Oh, that's the last one. Great. All right, so there we go. Let's go on to this. So now we're on to summary functions and maps. And we'll see you next time.